There is a new AI tool that's completely changing the game. It can create amazing images and videos in seconds, write anything you need, plan your trip, and even help you run a business. And here's the crazy part. It's cheaper than anything else out there. For years, tools like ChatGPT, Kling, and Runway have been charging $20, $65, or even $95 per month. But this new tool gives you more features for less than the price of a single coffee. And it does way more than you would expect. In this video, I'm going to show you how it works. I'll walk you through how to create stunning visuals, make professional looking videos, and even build your own AI agents with just a few clicks. This is the future of AI and it's finally affordable for everyone. Let's jump in. Okay, so the tool I'm talking about is called Chat LLM, and in this video I will show you exactly how to use it, how many features you have, and just take a look at this price. It's $10 per user per month. And you have way more options than with any other tool out there. You can access all of the language models, or of the top language models, I would say. You have ChatGPT 4.0, 01, 03, Mini, and many more. You have Sonnet at Haiku 3.7, you have Llama 3, you have Gemini Pro 2, DeepSeek, and Abacus Smoke. So as you can see, the most powerful language models are available here, and there is more than that. So in a nutshell, here is what you can do. You have one assistant to rule them all. So you don't need to pick any particular model. You can just pick the root LLM and it will pick the best language model for your case. So for example, for writing, it will be ChatGPT. For other things, it will be any different models. It will pick it automatically. So you don't need to worry about picking a model yourself. Then you can also search the web. You can perform deep research, plenty of things. You can find resources, sources. So it's great if you are looking to create scripts and you are looking for, for sources. It will help you with that as well. Then you can also upload documents. Like for example, here we have a PDF and it will create a summary of it. So you can, upload any document out there and just speed up your whole work. You don't need to access this document, read it, or waste time on doing manual tasks. You can just ask it to summarize it for you. So it's very handy in my opinion. Then you can generate images, and I will show you how to use Flux Pro model here, and then many other models. Then you can generate, of course, images, as I mentioned, from multiple models. So it's Daily, Recraft, Ideogram, Flux Pro, and Pro Ultra as well, and many more. Then you can generate videos from text. So for example, something like that. There is Kling, Runway, Luma, Minimax, all of them are included. Then, as I mentioned, you can do deep research. This is great. You can generate documents and PowerPoints. So if you need to create a PowerPoint presentation or a Google Doc, it will help you with that as well. You can humanize text. So for example, you have a text, but it sounds a little bit robotic. Then you can just change it to, for example, something that sounds more professional and clear, or maybe something that sounds more funny. You have also voice transcription. You can create your voiceover here. And you can also use voice mode in the app as well. Then you have intelligent tasks, so you can automate any task using AI. And then you can code as well, so it allows you to create code for anything you want. You also have a playground. You can create custom chatbots. You can analyze data. And then you have also computer agent, so you can tell it, find me cheap tickets to somewhere, and it will do it for you. So this was what you can do in a nutshell. As I mentioned, the price for it is just the price of a cup of coffee. So if someone says, oh, it's not free, bro, the choice is here between the cup of coffee or a tool that can make you, let's say, $3,000 or $4,000 per month or even beyond. So really, this is really that painful? I don't think so. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. You can pick, of course, the model if you would like to use only one model, but you can also pick the root model or just the root option. And in most cases, you just pick this option and you will do automatically the best work for you. To create images, you just hit here and then you have your options. So you have Flux 1.1 Pro, Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra, Imagen, Daily, Recraft, Ideogram, Magnific, Upscale, and a few other models, for example, Gemini Native. So this is in terms of images. Then you have coding, playground, PowerPoint generation, deep research, and more. So for example, you can analyze screenshots or video generation. So here we have Minimax, we have Luma, Runway, and we have 2.1. So if you are really looking to create videos with one, then you can do it here. Then we have Kling, and we have also VO2, which is not available everywhere, but here with Chat LLM, it's also available. So it's a great tool if you would like to use all of them. Then you have also a few different settings. So for example, with Kling, you can pick standard mode or pro mode. So you can just use whatever you prefer. The settings that you have here are pretty great. You don't need to have a strong computer for it. So it's a great option in my opinion. You have tasks, you have humanizer, you have editor, video analysis. You can analyze videos. So for example, you pick a video, here you paste your URL and it will analyze the video for you. It's a great feature in my opinion because now you don't have to watch certain videos. You can just have an analysis here. You can scrape URL and create Google Docs. So that was in a nutshell what you can do. Now let me show you a few generations. Let's start with images. I had a few different projects. So of course, a few of them were uncensored, so I cannot show all of them, but these that are not uncensored or naked, I can show you. So this is one example. Again, this is flags. And some people say that flags is not very realistic. In my opinion, it is, but it has a lot of filters. So the same if influencers are creating content on Instagram or TikTok, they are also using filters. And here, in my opinion, it looks just great. It looks like advertising or maybe influencer on Instagram. And here is the fourth picture. So in my opinion, all of them look good. Now here we have the second option where we will be also generating video. So here is a whole prompt, and here is the first generation. Here is the second one. Here is the third one. And here is the last one. All of them look great in my opinion. They look very realistic. There is no morphing here. So this is a good one. Now here is the next example. So here we have the whole prompt if you'd like to use it. And here is the first generation. And I would say this style is great. If you can create a YouTube channel and use this style, I bet you will go viral. So again, this is the original prompt. So if you would like to change it, adjust it to your needs, then you can just take this prompt and use it for any other image. So here is the first one. Here is the second one, the third one, and here is the last one. Depending if you want them to have faces or not, then you can pick any of these. I would say all of them look good. The first one is alright. With faces, I would say it makes more sense. So you can just download it and then you can turn it into a video, which we'll do a little bit later. So there's one example. Here we have the next prompt. And here is the first generation. Again, looks very realistic. She's sitting on this tree. So this is a good one. Now let's check the other one. Here is the second one. Also looks good. The third one. And here is the last one. All of them look high quality in my opinion. Maybe here we have a problem with her hand, but I would say all of them look quite good. You can just change a few details or generate one or two more versions to get what you are looking for. Now here is the third one. So here is the whole prompt. The go back, it shouldn't be here, but well, it is here. So just when you copy it, forget about this part, just remove it. And here we have the first generation. It looks very good in my opinion. Here we have the second one, the third one, and here is also the last one. My favorite is probably the last one, but for YouTube, I would say the third one would be the best. For click-through rate would be probably the highest in this case. Now here we have the next prompt. Here is a whole prompt, and here is the first generation. Here is the second one. Here is the third one, and here is also the last one. In my opinion, the fourth one is the best, and I also like the second one, this generation as well. So these are my favorites. You can let me know which generation is your favorite, but these are my favorites in this case. Okay, here we have the next prompt and then the next image. So here is a whole prompt, and here is the first generation. I like the eyes. I like the color of her eyes. There is the second one, the third one, and the last one. I would say the fourth one is my favorite and probably the first one as well. So these are my favorite generations, but all of them look good. And if you are looking for something for a thumbnail, I would say they will be working great because it's close up, the face is clear, all details are clear. So this is a nice generation. And here we have the next prompt. So here's the whole prompt, and here we have the first generation, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. All of them look good. They don't look necessarily realistic, but I would say the first one is my favorite in this case. I like the eyes, I like the hair, all the details are right. All of them are fairly similar, but still my favorite is the first one. And here we have the next prompt. So here is the prompt, and here we have the generation. The first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So they are very, very similar, but in this case, my favorite is probably the first one, although it's not very realistic, but this is my favorite generation in this case. Okay, here we have the girl that is taking a selfie, and here we have generations. So here is the first one, the second one, the third one, and the last one. All of them look all right, but I would say the first one is my favorite. It will be probably good for social media if you're looking to create influencers or something like that. Then the first one would be your choice. You can just post it on Instagram or TikTok or on your story. if you are really looking to create something like that. It's not really my thing, but it might be your thing. And here we have the next generation, a young woman, and the prompt is very long. So here is the first generation, here is the second one, here is the third one, and here is the last one. All of them look good. Later we'll try to turn it into a video. Nevertheless, all of them look quite well. Here we have the next generation. We have a woman with long wavy blonde hair. So here is a prompt. Prompt is quite short. And here you have the first generation. In my opinion, looks very good. The second one, the third one, and the last one. All of them look high quality, but probably my favorite is the second one. You can let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite, but in my opinion, the second generation is just the best in this case. And here we have the next prompt, a longer prompt, a young woman with olive skin. And here is the first generation, here is the second one, the third one, and the last one. Probably my favorite is the third, although she is not looking straight into the camera, but this is my favorite generation. And here we have a prompt that there is a mistake in this prompt, but just ignore it. And here is the first generation, the second one, the third one, and the last one. All of them look good. However, my favorite is the second one in this case. She's looking straight. I like the composition here, so this is my favorite image. Okay, so here we have the next prompt. We have a portrait, in this case in Dubai. And here is the first generation, the second one, the third one, and the last one. I would say my favorite is the third, but you can let me know which one is your favorite and why if you would like to. So this was the first part. I want to show you a few images, how to generate them and how to use this, how to use Chat LLM and Abacus to create your images. Now let me show you a few videos and then I'll also give you a few bonuses. I would say Kling with standard option is better for realistic outcomes. I will show you what I mean. So here's the first prompt, and the video itself doesn't look very realistic. As you can see here, we just see his lower part of a body, but maybe if you're looking to create something like that, it might be useful. But we didn't use any image here. It was just this prompt and it looks quite realistic in my opinion. Now here we have the second one. So we have the same prompt that I was using for the image, and here is the whole video. So the video, in my opinion, looks very good. We can also see the reflection in the mirror behind her, and the reflection also looks very good. And this is what I meant. If you are not using images or pictures, you can get very realistic outcomes when you're just using Kling in a standard version. So this is how you do it. You click video generation here, then you pick Kling, but instead of picking pro mode, you pick standard mode, and here you don't need to upload any frame. You just write your prompt, you can modify the prompt to improve results, and that's basically it. And then you can also pick the duration, 5 seconds or 10 seconds. And this is how I generated this video. It's a good video. We can see that even her reflection is moving correctly and it looks quite realistic. So this is one video. Now here we have the next one. So here is a prompt and here we have the first video. I would say this video is not that great. She's taking these steps, but in a little bit weird way. So sometimes it happens when you don't use photos, but it still looks very realistic. So this is one example. And here is the next one. So here we have a prompt and here we have these little guys. So here is one example of what it looks like. This is a good generation in my opinion. And they are working on this pastry here. I can of course say the name, but of course then, someone will come in and say in a comment, it's not how you pronounce it. I don't really care how you pronounce it. For me, it's just pastry. So they are just putting chocolate on it and it's a nice generation in my opinion. And here we have the next one. So here we have a whole prompt and here we have a video. So here we have the first video. It looks realistic in my opinion. She's just sitting on a bench. We are not using any image here. It is just a prompt to video. So again, quite realistic video in my opinion. There's no distortion here and this is a good example. Now here I was using the image. So here we have a prompt and here is the result. And I would say it's still a good video, but there should be more movement with her hair. It's very difficult to get this result when you are making people jump or something like that. Sometimes AI is not good enough with these generations. Nevertheless, it still looks all right. We just probably need to try a few more times to make it more dynamic in my opinion. And here we have the next one. So here is a whole prompt and here is the video. So this is a good video in my opinion. It looks all right. There is no morphing, no distortion. So here is one example. And then I did something very similar, but with a different picture. So here we have the next picture and the next prompt and the next video as well. This one looks good in my opinion, looks better. We see more movement, it's more dynamic. I like this video a lot. So this is a good video in my opinion. In this case, it was also Kling, but this was a pro version. good video in my opinion. And here we have the next one. So again, we have the same prompt but a different photo. So here we have again very dynamic. There is a little bit of morphing in this video because it's very dynamic. There's a lot of motion here. I would say it's still good enough, but maybe in the next video there should be just a little bit less motion than we can see in this video here. Okay, so I wanted to check once again what I can get with the same prompt. So here is a prompt and here is a video. And I would say this one is even better than the previous one. We can see that, she's moving, she's dancing, and she's even turning around. So this is even better generation in my opinion. I like this generation very much, and I'll probably use it in my intro as well. So this was the second part. I want to show you how to generate videos. It's pretty simple. You can now use other models as well. There's, as I mentioned, you have other options as, for example, you have Runway, Luma, Minimax, you have Hunyuan, you have One, and you have even Google Video 2. So you have plenty of options, everything that you really need. So this was how to generate videos. And now how to write scripts. So this is something very important. This is something that will help you making money relatively fast. And this was also something that helped me making over $2,000 on Upwork with really no promotion, anything. So script writing. And I'll also give you access to free resource that will help you with writing scripts and basically making your first $1,000 with AI with script writing, so you don't even need to create any YouTube channels or any content. So this is one example where I want to just use certain things. I want to add certain things. I already had my script ready, but when I usually start writing, then I start in a way like you can see here. So I want you to write a new script for my YouTube video. Below there is my previous script, which is number 1 for writing style, and there is also number 2. So these are notes for the video, and there is also 3. So there's a link to another video about this topic. Made this script 3,000 words long, and this video is about nearly $2 billion Instagram scam. And here is a whole explanation. So here we have a video. Here we have information about this, for the script. And then we have my previous script to have some reference for the style. And in most cases, this is all you need. Of course, you need to be a little bit more strategic about it. But here I just want to show you a quick explanation, a quick intro on how to do it, and then it will write your script. In most cases, it will not be 3,000 words long, so you will need to ask it to extend it a little bit more. So here we have a script, and then all you have to do is, for example, okay, can you write the next part of this script that you didn't mention yet? It will add value and it will be interesting to the viewers. In most cases, when you write something like this, it will write a new part that will be between 700 to 900 words long. And you can also add information what it should be. So it can be, for example, add comparison to other scammers or other stories, something like that. And you write your script, and then sometimes you don't know where to put it into your script. So then you can add another prompt. So you have the whole prompt, and then where should I add it? So then when you write this, then it will show you, okay, so now you should add this part of the script after, for example, this part. So we have a new beginning and we have the explanation, and it will say, okay, now insert this part after this sentence. So this is how you can extend your scripts very easily without repetition, without repeating the same information, and without doing any manual work. So this is one example. And as I mentioned, you have also access to computer agent that can do everything for you. So this is how it works. You just click here on computer agent, and then you will see this option here. It will load your computer agent, and then from here you can ask to do certain things for you. For example, you can find and download an image of Machu Picchu. You can show me available flights to Greece, schedule a Zoom meeting for Wednesday, open Gmail, and open most recent email. So of course, to access your Gmail, you need to use your own account. But let me just click this option, and then we'll see how the process works. What is important is that you can see every step that it's taking. So here it's explaining every step. Now it's searching. So for example, from New York, it's also quite kind of funny. And now it made a mistake. So as you can see, Yorktown. Let me clear that and try again. I will click on the field and delete it. So now we'll be trying to remove it, and we'll try to write it again. Okay, so it made a mistake, but it corrected this mistake as well. So now we have New York and we have Greece. So now we can actually start looking for our flights. Okay, so now we can see prices for certain flights. We can see Athens, we can see Zakynthos. We can see plenty of destinations. So now it looks great. It found what we asked it to do. We can see also pricing. We have Athens, we have Santorini. So plenty of options where you would like to go. As you can see, it's still working and it's looking for even more destinations and prices. But let me stop it here. This is how it works. It can help you with plenty of tasks. You can use Abacus, as I mentioned, for many different reasons. So here was just how to use your agent, but that's not all. You can also create your own agents here. And to create your agent, it's not difficult. You have two options. It's either a chatbot. You can create your chatbots here. You click custom bots, you create them there, or you can create AI engineer, and here you can create an AI agent as well. So then you can just ask for whatever you wanted to, and it will basically, create agent based on your specifications. So now you can create it from template, for example, news reported agent, research, document, entity, email answering, or portfolio tracker if you would like to, for example, invest. So there are plenty of different options. I will not show it how to use it right now because I showed it in a previous video. However, this platform, in my opinion, is the best platform out there. I'm using it nearly every day, mostly for writing my scripts and for videos. I also use Kling by itself, but when I ran out of credits, then I'm also using Abacus, so I'm using these two platforms. If you would like to use it, there is a link in the description, and as I mentioned, this is the price of a cup of coffee. So if really you're concerned about the cost, then you would be really concerned about spending money on a coffee, right? Because this is just one coffee and you probably buy, let's say, 10, 20 of them during 1 month. And here for the price of coffee, you can have Abacus and all the tools I just mentioned. So that's that. And now if you'd like to access a bonus, so I can help you with writing scripts using AI for completely free. So if you'd like to learn how to do it, let me know in the comment section below, and I will share a resource that will help you make your first $1,000 with script writing, even for free. If you're not ready for this yet, make sure to watch the video that you can see on the screen right now. It will help you with generating images, videos. It will show you the latest AI tools, and it will basically give you everything you need on your YouTube journey. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.